Hello and welcome back to Mac at the Movies. Today I'm going to share with you 5 titles I'm kind of hoping the Criterion Collection releases sometime in the near future. Not going to hold my breath, but I got my fingers crossed. And then I have 2 films that I'm kind of hoping they re-release, but again, not going to hold my breath. I think one of them might get a re-release because of the upcoming 4K all that coming out. 4K has been coming out for 2 years now, I think, with the Criterion Collection, a year or 2. So I think with that could come a future re-release. But starting out with my suggestions, first suggestions, Bonnie and Clyde. I know Warner Brothers does a lot of their own stuff, and they release a lot of their own collections and whatnot, but I definitely think that is a film that deserves the Criterion restoration, if you will. Bringing it up to date, bringing it to life with more features and more in-depth behind stories, things like that. So I think Bonnie and Clyde is definitely one that needs to go in the mix for future releases. Next up, I did a video talking about my predictions for the next 5 Disney Criterion collaboration releases, what I thought would be coming up there. And next up is The Straight Story. I definitely think that deserves a Criterion release. It's a David Lynch film, and every other one of his movies is in the collection with the exception of, I think, Inland Empire and whatever that short movie is on Netflix. But I think that's one that I've been kind of waiting for, the Criterion Collection to release. But again, it being Disney, Disney has their fault. They do like to control the release of a lot of their films. So the fact that they're working to collaborate with the Criterion Collection, Disney and the Criterion Collection, I think that would be a great title to add to an upcoming release. Following this one, I definitely think SLC Punk. I think that's a title that not a whole lot of people know about. A lot of people know about it, but I think it's one of those sort of, I don't want to say like an underground release, but it has a cult following, kind of like Hackers, to an extent. But I think SLC Punk would definitely be a film that the Criterion Collection could do a lot with. I recently watched an Adam the Woo video where he went and visited a lot of the places from that film. And it was kind of neat to see him in all those locations. He tried to get into the building that their loft or whatever was in, but it's an office building now, and clearly with business practices, everything like that, they're not just going to let you go into an office. So, but that is the next movie I think the Criterion Collection could release. Following that up with Clerks. I am a huge fan of Kevin Smith, and I would absolutely love to see Clerks in the Criterion Collection. And honestly, I don't even think they'd have to put in that much effort to do so. Clerks did Kevin Smith did the Clerks X years ago, but I think they could add on to that and even discuss a lot of the rest of the trilogy with Clerks 2 and 3. With the added bonus features and everything that Criterion's known for, they could do a lot with that, having been 30 years close to the original Clerks. So, but I think that might be something that could work out when, 2024 comes around? I think, if Kevin doesn't do it, Clerks XXX, I'm sure that's something he would do, but I think it would be awesome to see the Criterion Collection do a Clerks release. Arrow Video did a Mallrats release that was awesome, really in depth with every bonus special feature imaginable, and then some. So I definitely think like different alternate cuts too, which you could do for Clerks, because there was an extended version with an extended ending and everything like that, the infamous ending, if you're a View Askew fan. But I definitely think that that's one that should be released. And last, I'm going to throw an honorable mention in here first. It's a film that I think could go into the Criterion Collection, but I just don't know. I think it has that vibe of something that could fall in there, but who knows? I mean, the Criterion Collection did release Armageddon, so anything could go in here. But the film Pumpkin with Christina Ricci, I think that could definitely go in there. I don't remember much from it, but it definitely kind of stuck with me as a film that would fall into the collection. But last but not least, in regards to the 5 films that I think the Criterion Collection needs to release, and that is Moonlight. I know A24 does a lot with their own stuff. I wouldn't say a lot. There's not so much an expansion of bonus material or anything like that. There is artwork and different packaging that they work with sometimes. But I think Moonlight is just an extraordinary film that I believe the Criterion Collection could work with A24 to release. It's a fantastic movie, and I think there's a lot more to it than just a plain old release. I would like to see a lot more about that film and a lot of the behind the scenes and breakdown moments, things like that, that I think only Criterion can bring in most cases. And then 2 movies I think the Criterion Collection should re-release, and one I think is going to get one coming up at least in the next year or two, and that's going to be The Third Man, the Orson Welles movie. I think that's going to be one of them, but I have my hopes set high for what is probably my favorite Kevin Smith movie, and that is Chasing Amy. Chasing Amy it was released through the Criterion Collection. I don't think it got a regular... Well, on VHS, it did. The VHS release got a regular title release, but on DVD it was released through the Criterion Collection. But there was like hardly any bonus material. There was like a blip about it in the bonus features, a little snippet that Kevin talks about, but I would really like to see a lot more about that one. I would like to see an official release of that film. But, I can keep my hopes up, and maybe one day we'll get that. But those are my hope list for future releases. I'm getting tired. It's getting kind of late, and I've been up all day. I was up late last night, so before I ramble on any further, I'm just going to go ahead and shut this video down. But anyways, does anyone out there want to share with me in the comments below what you think would be some great future titles to the Criterion Collection? And if you like the video, smash that thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to let you know when I have new and exciting videos coming your way. And as always, thank you for stopping by, and I will see you next time. Bye.